me where I wanna go, yeah. Only place I know you know, yeah. There's nothing that I wanna know, yeah. Take me where I wanna go, take me where I wanna go. I've been looking for something that will give me peace of mind. Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm here with this makeup look. I really had so much fun creating this look. I talked about a few things. We laughed a little bit. We messed up a little bit, and we got this table a little bit dirtier than what it already was. But that's okay, it was all worth it. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I created this look and how much fun I had creating it with you guys, I asked you a few questions, and I shared a little bit about me again. If you guys want to see how I created this look and how I came up with this look, just keep on watching. But before we start with this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Come become part of this friend group over here, and without any further ado, let's just get started. So for this look, I am going to start with the eyes, and for that I am going to be using an eyeshadow primer. The eyeshadow primer that I'll be using is a famous Plouise eyeshadow base. This I'm using it because one, it's really good. I like it. When I bought it, I bought the little tiny one, that one that has like a, I don't remember how much it had, but it was one of the smallest containers. What they had, the tiny one, and then I liked it so much that I bought this big one. But then I was thinking, well, I'm gonna be doing a lot of looks, and it turned out I stopped doing makeup looks after about 3 to 4 looks that I did. No, actually more than that, because I remember I was doing the Halloween looks and that one went bad. So I had to buy a new one in hopes that I would start doing the makeup looks, which I am now. But that means I have to do a lot of makeup looks to finish this before it goes bad, which I plan to do, by the way. Okay, so to blend that out, I will be using a flat brush. This is the MAC 242S, and I'm just going to be blending that all over my eyelid. Oh, by the way, I already did my eyebrows. Let me know if you want to see how I do my eyebrows. There's nothing special that I do with them. It's just, I remember there's a few looks that I really like how I did my eyebrows. Ask me how I did it. I don't remember. But I will be working on my technique for my eyebrows. Now that I'm done with the eyeshadow base, for this makeup look, I will be using the Jaclyn Hill palette, the first one. Most of the time, I do my eyeshadow first because of the fallout, and because if I want to create like the really sharp, well, not that sharp winged out eyeshadow, it's easier to do that, because if I create the eyeshadow look and then I go with the foundation, then I can just form that sharp shadow. Okay, to start this look, I will be using this shade right here. I think it's Buns. Yeah, that would be Buns. I will be using that on the outer corner. For some reason, I always like to start on this eye. So if I mess up, then I'll fix it on this one. Does that make sense to you? I don't know. I don't think it does to me too, but I just do it that way. Okay, what I'm gonna do with this one, I'm going to add it right on the corner and then slightly start blending it out. I'm gonna go a little bit farther than I usually do because I do want the shadow to give me the winged shadow look. Now, like I did on the last look, but this is more like a smoked out shadow. And I will also carry it out to the center of the eyelid on the cut crease. So what I'm doing right now is just I'm making sure that I add the eyeshadow right when I want it to be the darkest, even though I am going to be using a darker shadow afterwards. It's more like doing a sketch of how I want my eyeshadow to look. It doesn't look that good right now, but it will. Trust the process. And for this, I am using a Morphe M507. It's like a tiny blending brush. I will be using a Morphe M514. To blend it out, I will be using the shade Puder. So now you can't really see where the other darkest shade started.
or where it ended. I'm going to use a thinner brush. I'm just going to use Central Park. And for the brush, I'm using the Morphe M562. Okay, for this one, I am going to stay closer to the lash line, but I will try to mimic the shape that I did with buns. And again, I am carrying it out. Okay. Now I'm going to repeat the same process again. I'm going to go with buns and then with puder to blend Central Park out. No puder. You see my hand right now, it's like so now I'm trying to kind of have Central Park all over my lash line, and also I'm still trying to make it more like blended and winked out. Here you go. I'm starting to like how it looks, and I will try to stay in the same palette just because I'm practical like that. For the center and the inner corner, I am using Obsessed, and maybe if I don't like it, since it's the lightest shade, I can add a darker shade if I don't like it just like that. And because I already formed like a shape with the eyeshadow that I already blended there, I can emphasize that with this right now, whether I do it like I go in between that shade or I just go all over it. But I want to choose to leave the lash line darker, so I will try to just kind of like make a line in between the darkest shade that I already have. Oh, by the way, I am using an N167 for this shadow. Guys, for the next look, I'm debating whether I should do like a pastel look, because the other day I was having a drink and I had my, oh, by the way, I'm sorry for my ugly nails, but they were painted a really nice green, and when I was drinking this drink, the cup was another pastel look, and I just looked at them together and I was like, oh, that's a perfect eyeshadow makeup look. I should do one on that. I think that's what I'm gonna do for the next video. And because I already blended that out, I'm not really happy with, well, I am happy with the winged out shadow, but I want it a little bit darker, so I'm going to be using a bullet brush. This is at Morphe M431, and I will be adding the black shade in the palette, which is Abyss, either or. So black is really dangerous with the eyeshadow, so I try to dust out the excess and I go really lightly, okay, because it can either go patchy or you can easily go overboard. So if you're trying to do this look, be careful with the black. Go little by little. It's better to like add, and then you need more, okay, you add more as you need. First, I'm blending it out on the lash line, and then I'm going on the outer corner again, kind of like sweeping motions to blend it outwards. And because we already have eyeshadow, like, it's a lot easier to blend that black. As if I would have gone with just the eyeshadow base, that would have gone really bad quickly. I'm happy with how dark it is. Now I'm going to repeat the same process again, starting all over again with Central Park, buns, and then puder, but very lightly, very lightly. I'm barely touching my eyelids, by the way. Like, that is the secret to blending eyeshadow. I'm barely, like, and if you notice, like, I don't grab the brush really close. I grab it from farther away. Okay, now I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and I'll be right back, okay? Okay guys, so I am done with the other eye. I will be using an M441 from Morphe again. We will try to do a very light hand on it. So we're just gonna add a little bit of beam, but we're gonna try to be as light as possible. I'm going to take off the excess, and I am going to lightly tap it on a towel. I have these towels, look at it. It was clean when I started this video, no longer. And then I'm just going to tap on it because I don't want it to come out too shiny. I want the eyeshadow to call the attention, not my brow. So I'm just going to add the least amount that I can. Then I'm going to be using the shade Silk Cream, and that one I will blend it real good with the shade that I had before. What I think it was, what, Puder? Very good, blend it out. I mean, might not be a huge difference, but to me, like, it just did. Okay, so before I finish with the top part of my eyelids, I am going to add a black liner to the top lash line. For that, I will be using the Jordana 12-hour made to last liquid eyeliner pencil. Liquid, you know, I bought this and I've used it. I never actually read the whole name. Liquid eyeliner pencil. So if this looks weird to you, I'm gonna be literally poking my eye. Don't do this at home. But if you don't like to see this, just skip this part. So I just did this part. Luckily it worked just for the two eyes because I needed to sharpen it and I don't know where the sharpener that I have is. Okay, before I move on to the face, I will be lining the top lash line as well. Okay, I did tell you that I needed a sharpener for the Jordana and I don't have it. So for the top lash line, I will be using the Maybelline New York Lasting Drama Matte Liner, Matte Eyeliner in jet black. I'm just lining the top lash line. I'm not doing a wing or anything. I'm just literally just lining it. Make sure to do it on the inner corner as well, because when I do add the lashes, I don't want the black, just where the lashes start. There it is. And for primer, I am using the e.l.f. poreless putty primer. For some reason, I like to use these two fingers to apply that. Okay, so I add that on the cheeks, or this part, more like my T-zone, I'd say, than my forehead, because I do have those expression lines on my forehead. These always get marked with the foundation. I hate that. And then I have very large pores right here, so we're gonna try to just pat them away. So I'm going to try this new bueno, I've tried it before. I've been too lazy, I guess, to color correct. I don't feel like I always need to color correct, but I want to try color correcting around my mouth. I don't know if you guys can tell, but on the previous videos or my pictures even, you can tell that around my mouth it always comes out dark. So today we're gonna try color correct. So for color correcting, I will be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal and High Definition Concealer and the shade Orange Corrector right here on the under eyes, just a tiny bit. I could tell you guys, I don't usually do this. And around my mouth. Let's see if this works. I can get you guys close. I don't have a mustache. I just have dark around that area. It's just my pigmentation. Okay, right, to blend it out, I will be using this brush. It's just a random brush. I bought this, I'm pretty sure I bought this on AliExpress. Ooh, on camera it looks a lot brighter. It's not that bright over here, guys. Or maybe it's the lighting that doesn't let me see it, but no, it doesn't look that bright. Okay, so for foundation, I will be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is amazing. This is my favorite high-end matte long wear foundation. With high-end foundations, usually it's a lot easier to find your shade. I don't think that's the case for me. I've tried several, and I'm telling you, several high-end foundations, and maybe one or two I have been able to find my true shade. So I'm always mixing shades. So even if I buy high-end or low-end, I have to buy two to get the closest to my shade. And I feel like that's even better because for winter I get the lightest shade, closer to the lightest shade, and for summer I get closer to the darkest shade. So I feel like it's a win-win, but it is a struggle. So I'm always mixing two shades. For this one I am using the shade Cashew and the shade Rattan. Okay, let's just go by number. 3W2 and 2W2. And then for this, a little bit goes a long way. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know it's an old foundation. I'm pretty sure many of you have tried it, but yes, if you haven't, go easy on it because again, a little bit goes a long way. So I'm gonna put it on this little container because I will be mixing it, just one drop. And then the other one, let me close it because I've left foundations open and then I just ruined them. Okay, and the lightest shade, tiny bit. There you go. To blend it, to mix it, I will be using a flat brush. Again, this is just a regular flat brush. I'm pretty sure I got this on AliExpress because it does not have a brand at all. And I mean, it works just as fine as any other flat brush. I bought many of these for the cut creases and they work so good for the cut creases. So I'm just mixing this right here. So I'm going to add this all over my face, especially in those areas where I applied the corrector. I'm just applying it randomly. I know I will blend it with the sponge. Okay, and I'm just using an L blending sponge. Okay, so this is where I do start shaping even more the eyeshadow, and I just go very carefully and lightly straight up. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect right now because I will be going with the concealer as well, but it gives you an idea of what I do like to form the winged eyeshadow. So pleasing. Ooh, too close to my... Too close. Just go back with the sponge. Okay, I'm really trying to stay close, get close to the inner corner of my eyes because you can see, if you can see, like it gets like really dark. Let's try adding a little bit of foundation in that area with this flat brush. There we go. I mean, again, those are things that you don't need to do, but it just bothers me. Okay. Now for concealer, I will be using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear, another full coverage, and this is very light. This is the shade Cashmere, and I just put it all over my face. I don't think that's a great idea, but I already did it, so let's hurry up and blend it because I know if it dries fast. Ooh, I haven't done that. Shouldn't have. Now I have to. Ooh. Okay, now I do go really sharp up, but I am barely touching my face. Like, I'm not putting too much pressure. And then I'll just blend down. Ooh, I told you guys this is really light. We're gonna have to fix this with a lot of bronzer because look at that. Ooh, how I not use this concealer? Look at that. Ooh, I almost forgot about this tiny dot. Okay, so we're gonna set it, and to set I will be adding some to the sponge and then repeatedly tapping it so it's really stuck on the sponge, and then just add it to the lower lash line. Then I apply loosening powder all over my nose because my nose gets really oily all around my nose. Because And then the center of my forehead, I try not to go too much out. And the rest of my face with whatever is left over on the sponge. So now it's time to try to fix my light. I mean, it doesn't look that bad on camera, but it is a lot lighter than the rest of my body. For the bronzer, I will be using the Bronze Booster from Physicians Formula. To blend it out, I will be using a Morphe E3. This bullet brush, top out the excess, and just add it to the top part of your cheeks. I am doing the effect of a winged shadow, blending out the bronzer out as well. It makes it more seamless. And to kind of like give structure to my jawline, I added to the jawline and my double chin. Then I kind of like do like a straight line, and then under my eye, under my ear, I try to take it up. Okay, now we're getting our face back. Our human face, not like a ghost. Okay, for the nose, so I'm using this brush. This brush, my sister gave it to me. Not sure where she got it, but it really works for the side of my nose because it's flat right here, but it's fluffy outwards. You get what I mean. I really like this one for my nose. I have another favorite, but I don't know where it is, so let's just do this one. And I start where my eyebrow starts, and I start going down. Usually I could use the brushes that I was already using, but if I want to like more perfect, then I just use this brush. And then I add it to the bottom part of my nose. And there you go. It looks like I have a nose again. Kind of like blend it into my eyebrow. Close Finds Makeup Therapeutic. I feel like makeup is my therapy. I abandoned it for a long time. I feel like it was forever, but makeup makes me feel alive, makes me feel creative, you know. It makes me feel colorful, even though this one's not colorful, but I wish you could understand what I'm trying to say. Moving on to blush. For blush, I will be using the Morphe blush palette in Warm Master. I will be using Unapologetic, this one right here, and the brush I'm using is the Morphe M405. So I'm applying that to the highest point of my cheeks, kind of where you would be adding the highlight. I will be adding the highlight in the same area, more concentrated on the highest point of my cheek, but under it, it will be the blush. And then why not just a little bit on my nose. My dog's hair all over my face. I hate that. So for highlight, I will be using the Wet n Wild I'm So Lit. I just dropped it on my chair. I'm grabbing just a little bit off the cap right here, and I bet you that's gonna be enough. So I just add it to the highest point of my cheeks. I could add this too much. Oh, I'm making a mess. Okay, really blend what I added right there. Can you see that? Ooh, pretty sure you can. Ooh, look at that. And just really blend it out. Blend it up. I'm gonna apply a tiny bit on my nose and a tiny bit on my nose bridge and just blend it out. Oh, that's too much, isn't it? It's face down. This just fell. I'm a mess. It's okay. I think I'm happy with the highlights. I think I added too much on the nose, but I told you guys, I know I was gonna mess up, so there's no surprise there. Oh, I actually add a little bit on my chin, top part of my lips. Now I am moving on back to the eyes. Look, I have this just open like that. That's how I mess up. Oh yeah, sure, it's gonna come off. You know, let's start with the black, and again, be really careful. Excuse my dirty mirror. And I'm going to start on the outer corner, really close to the lash line, and then kind of pull it out. Just kind of pull it out. Okay, we're gonna stay right there with the black, and we're gonna try to blend the rest with the other shades that we previously used. Don't mess up, don't mess up. Okay, now I'm using the shade Central Park and this brush from Morphe, and I kind of slightly blend. I don't try to blend it downwards, just try to stay on that black and blend inwards. Again, with the same brush, I just clean it up a little bit, and I go with the shade Buns. I do try to stay on that area. I don't try to blend it out, because what I am using the lighter shade to blend it down and outwards to smoke it out a little bit. And now to blend that completely out, I'm going to use a different brush. Now I'm using the shade Puder, and now I do blend it all out. So now, because I did add the black a little bit, I'm just trying to smoke it out because I feel like there's too much of a harsh line. There it is. Okay, I'm getting happy with this look. Like, who else gets to that point where you can already like see it and it's like, I see it. I see. Okay, so now I'm going to do this to the other eye, and then I'll be right back, okay? Okay, so now that I'm done with the other eye, I will be doing the inner corner, and then we just have the lashes and lips. So for the inner corner, I will be adding the Crystal Fusion Liquid Eyeshadow and the shade Celeste. Okay, so I will be adding that to the inner corners of my eyes. And to blend it out, I'm going to use another tiny brush. I'm going to use an M224 from Morphe, and I'm just really focusing on blending it on. If I'm gonna blend it towards the lash line, I just make sure to blend it in and close to the lash line, and blend it out very slightly with Obsessed from the Jaclyn Hell palette. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to add Obsessed over that, see if it makes it brighter. And it does. I don't want to go too far out or too far in before it completely dries out. Let's add Obsessed over it. Yeah, I like how it looks. I mean, I like to really blend it out, but if you don't like it, you can just add a tinier amount so it doesn't look as much as mine does. I will be adding lashes now. I will be using these lashes from Bebesita Lashes. Brand new. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, they're brand new. I have not used them. So I always cut both ends of the lashes because then they can really itch. I don't know how girls like wear these all day or like all the time. I guess I'm not that glamorous because eyelashes do get you tired. I can blink, I can breathe. Straighten it out a little bit so the center gets stuck to the lash line. Ooh, I can't blink and I want to blink. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. You can barely see my eyes. You can just see my lashes. Clip them together. Hopefully the glue. If you're going out, you do want to put mascara on your lashes so they get stuck together. So the fake ones with the real ones get stuck together. So for mascara, I will be using the Colossal from Maybelline. So I'm going to add that to the lower lash line and then try to make them as wispy. I need to get a new one. This one's trying out and it's not even like 3 months old. Am I letting you guys see? Okay, for the lips, I'm going to eyeline my lips with the Jordana Easy Liner retractable pencil and the shade Rock and Rose. I very slightly am overlining my lips. And I just kind of bring it in. I feel like this is the only color and the only pencil that's closer to my nude lip liner, because we all have that nude that really suit us. This is the closest thing that I have found for now, but I am in the lookout for the wand nude pencil and lipstick or liquid lipstick, whatever. that is really compatible with my skin. So this is a brand new pencil, brand new liquid matte lipstick. I will be using this one. I'm opening it right now. I mean, I bought it a long time ago, I just never opened it. And this is the e.l.f. liquid matte lipstick in the shade praline. And I'm just gonna fill that out on my lips. Ooh, it's perfect. Speaking, ooh, for setting spray, I will be using a Slay All Day setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics. Gerard Cosmetics. Because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do a lot of makeup soon after I bought a lot of the products that I have, I did not open them because I knew they were just gonna go bad. But now that I opened them, I feel a little bit pressure to do a lot more makeup looks, because that's how you waste a lot of makeup. Like, you just, if you open it and you don't use it, it's gonna go bad. So now I'm really, like, I barely opened this like a week ago. Sometimes I don't even do my makeup and I just use it because I know it's gonna go bad if I don't use it. Anyways, I'm using this setting spray all over my face. Shake it a little bit. There was something wrong with the spray. Oh, it's a fan on top of me. Okay guys, so I'm done with the whole makeup look of this video. Let me go and do my hair and put some earrings on, like dress it up a little bit. So I'll be right back, okay? Okay guys, so I'm back and I'm all peinada and everything. So it's crazy what like just a simple hair updo and just earrings can do, because if you saw me like a second ago, yeah, my face and my makeup looked good, but then just how it changed, like just having a high ponytail, earrings, how it changed the whole look. For some reason when I do my high ponytail, I always like to have it on this side, even if it leans on this side. I don't know, for some reason I like how it looks. But yes guys, this is the whole look. I really hope you guys like it. If you guys did like it, please let me know in the comments down below. I hope to see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time guys, bye. That's my dog. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. I just didn't do anything about it.